Appreciate you. So here we go. Here we go, everybody. Again, what's up, one percenters? What's up, greedy clan? Another day, another $1 million plan that we cooking up. The vibes all the time. But today we just coming with a productive, informative video, some tips for Finance Friday. It's that time again, Finance Friday, where I'm just coming, delivering some tips, 7 tips, researched, and some information from my experience on things to where I ain't gonna say I'm to get where I'm at, because I ain't nowhere to be proud of or to have any cred, I feel like. But I do have savings account. I do have interest savings account. I do have 700 credit score, and I see these are things that average people are not obtaining, and so therefore I feel like, or know how to. So therefore, that's where I feel like I want to come in and give more insight and encouragement to people of our culture, or anybody coming from the similar background of where I come from, where you ain't get this information, you ain't get no handouts, you ain't get nobody who know what the fuck they doing to tell you to do this and put you ahead of the game before you gotta learn this shit on your own. So that's where I'm coming in. That's what I'm trying to do and push with these videos. But again, Finance Friday, we're just gonna come again, give some tips for things you guys can do regardless of your budget, the situation, just small steps to create big ones. That's it. And so hopefully y'all can find some kind of information in this video and take it and do what you want with it, apply it to your life and your habits, and grow your situation from there. But literally using, I said this before the video, but use AI to make our life simpler too. I'm using AI just to create this video to help me stay consistent and give ideas, because I've been slacking, but I know this is something that I need to do and can speak on. It just makes it that much easier, because now instead of me thinking about 7 more unique tips that I haven't covered already, I can just type it in, search it, and boom, it gives me suggestions, and I'm gonna just go from the things that it suggested and still speak on my own personal thoughts and opinions though. But here we go, Clint. First first tip that popped up is the non-negotiable foundation, budgeting that works. It says, why is this a good point to budget? It says when it's something that everyone knows they should do. Budgeting helps me. This first tip, Financial Friday, budget, knowing your budget and being strict on your budget. But budgeting helps me because I just literally had to explain. To someone yesterday that, like, they wanted to do certain things and have certain room in their finances, and I'm like, you're not unable. That'll be one of the first things that I tell everyone. Like, whatever it is that you're thinking, excuse me, whatever it is that you're thinking and that you want to do and you want to go after, and you telling yourself, oh, I'm gonna have to do this, I'm gonna have to do that, I'm gonna have to or even a motherfucker or person who's saying, I can't do this, da da da. Like, come on, that's the first thing that I tell people. Like, you're not unable. Now again, I'm not in the best situation where I could just say you do this and snap your fingers and shit gonna be boom bada bam. No, but we are able to make a difference. We are able to apply some kind of effort into changing our situation if we really want to. So again, it says everyone knows they should budget, but find it restrictive and fail. Budgeting, okay, again, I ain't trying to just go straight off of this neither, but key reasons to me why budgeting is important real quick. First, because you need to know your bills. You need to know what you need to make minimum to cover. And so now okay, I have to go out. If your bills are $1,000 every 2 weeks or every month or whatever, and you can make that in 4 days, you're not stressing about that 5th day. You're not stressing about working a job full time or whatever the case may be just to cover your bills. Okay, all I got to do is put in this much work minimum and everything is covered. But people not thinking that. They thinking unrealistic, I'll say, or they're thinking far-fetched. They're thinking far-fetched and not just taking it step by step, if I can put it in a more simpler term. But budgeting has allowed me to see more clear, because now I know that I'm not in a hole. I'm not in a position where I'm unable to cover my bills and expenses. I just have to budget. I have to go about my 2 weeks correctly. And has with that thought, that has given me a peace of mind, because now it's like, okay, I've seen jobs where I only made $800-900 every 2 weeks, and that is not cool. Like, and now I'm seeing, okay, that's what I gotta make to even just pay all my bills. That ain't shit then. So boom, now I'm knowing I got, leeway, some room and shit to do the extra things that I want to do in between my 2 weeks, plus, saving and occasionally going out from time to time. Again, like I said, I just talked to someone yesterday. They said, not thinking realistic. They said they wanted to save $900 every 2 weeks, but they only get paid, or she said she can make $2,000 in 2 weeks, but it's not consistent. She said the week before she made $1,000. So it's like, how you telling yourself you want to save $900, but here you go, some checks, you're not making $2,000, and you just got paid $1,000. Like, that's not realistic. So give yourself a minimum budget. I actually have my book. I could have got these things to show y'all, but we just finna skim through everything. I actually wrote that write everything down in my book. Yeah, I would advise y'all get y'all one to where you can keep track of certain things. And but in this book, I know my budget already, so it's not in here. That's why I can't show y'all. But write those things down. That way, again, it's more clear to you. You see, okay, I thought I had to make $1 zillion just to live the life I want. And you see, it's not that, again, far fetched. So, knowing your budget is key to me, because, like I said, it just gives you a peace of mind and knowing what you're trying to do and go after. And I got everything on my budget list, from my bills, rent, car, my minimum credit payments, the payments that I want to make to my credit, things that I want to do for my kids. I write all of these things down and total it up. Total it up. My habits. Write down your habits in a month. Gas, all expenses, so you can see more clear. And yes, you're gonna probably see at the end of you writing it all, that, dang, I only got $100 left, or I only got, such and such left, a few $100 left. But it's all about how you go about it. Okay. Um, that's the room. That's for everything to be taken care of. I mean, if you paid every single bill that you needed to when you had to, then you wouldn't have anything else to think about. So it's nothing wrong with, like I said, seeing that and seeing those numbers. Um, since they went ahead and restricted me, but on TikTok. But again, write down your budget and know, and now okay, if you want to be in a certain place financially, you need to make this much more. Hola, buenos dias. Gracias for tapping in. I don't know how to say that, but gracias, gracias. How are you doing? But um, appreciate y'all tapping in and getting this game today. But when you see your budget, now okay, I'm only covering this much. Um, you want to make 5K a month. Okay, now I need to put in this much more work to get to that point. If you just want to figure out how much more you need to live comfortably, okay, I need to make $300 extra a week, or only $300 a month to comfortably cover whatever you need to do. But figure out your budget and be strict about it. Be strict about it. Like, so many people in life I see do not care. Do not care. And there's nothing wrong with that. People are young. They want to live life. They want to live their life, however they want to live it. I don't go against it at all. Just know what you want to do still. And that way, whenever times come and hard times come, hardships come, you're not stressing about things like, damn, I'm in this situation. Like, okay, what kind of stuff going on in life. Don't be panicking whenever you know what you got to do. So we kind of went on, but that's still the importance to me on why everyone should budget, or at least know their budget, close to their budget. But just around here feeling like you got to make $1 million and your bill's only $1,000 a month, and you really making $3,000+ a month, and you telling me you can't save money or keep money to yourself, that's bizarre. So again, create you a budget. Actually write down everything involved in that budget, and stick to it. Be strict about budgeting. If you want to prevail, if you want to get further in life, that's my note. If you don't care about life, fuck your budget. Go ball out. Be broke every 2 weeks. Be broke fucking every single day and complain whenever something happens with your car. Go do that. But if you care about your life, where your finances going, go write down a budget. Get a book. It don't even matter if you got a book. Go write down your budget though. That's step one. It says everyone knowing they should have a budget just don't. They just don't have one, or should know their budget and they just don't though. That's step one again. Step two says slay the dragon. It says understanding and managing debt. That's another good point. Why is this a good point? Again, not going off of the references that Tick or AI is given, just the title. So, giving my personal experience and point of view perspective to these things, but slay the dragon, knowing your debt and understanding and managing your debt. Boom. Just again, I just was speaking to someone about their financial situation yesterday, and they were trying to tell me again they're unable. And I'm like, they said because of their credit situation and all of this stuff holding them back, had to make it clear for them. Boom. I have 4 credit cards. Like I said, on Experian, of course, but it's like a 680, 690 regular, my credit score. But on Experian, it says 720 and shit. But 4 credit cards, they asked me how do I get my credit up even though I got so much debt? Because no late payments, first of all. Like I said, when you budget, you know your minimum payments. And so therefore I make sure my bills are on auto pay and that they're getting paid every 2 weeks. Soon as I get paid, I pay my bills first. Every time I get paid, before I do anything else, pay my bills and handle my responsibilities first. So therefore, now I'm knowing what else I have to come out of, but managing debt too. So that's the way that I go around, and now I'm not in debt. Like I said, conversation yesterday, someone told me I just pay my bills whenever they at once a month, whenever they come out that check. So I said, so you're making yourself struggle for 2 to 3 weeks out of the month just to get paid one time and thinking that's where your room is where you're gonna have money or whatever. They're like, yeah, because that's how I want to do my bills. I'm like, if that's what you want, then okay, to each his own. But whenever you whenever you manage your finances, manage your debt, actually know what you're doing with your money, you can split your bills up. And now instead of you coming out of 1,000 plus $1,500, $2,000 a month just at once from one check, if you can make that, then now it's $900 or $600 every 2 weeks. If you getting paid $1,500, now you got $900 left. If you split your bills up, if you just split your bills up every 2 weeks and manage, instead of letting it come out all at once. That's something else that I see can help a lot of people that people don't do. But splitting your bills up, knowing what your bills are before they come out, even if you don't split it, and whenever you get paid the first week, you just take the money off of your account and say, okay, this much is going to go towards here. Your internet bill, $80, $60, $80, whatever. Save $30, $40 the first week. Nothing to put away. People spend $30, $40 in a day. Save it the first week, put it up. Whenever the bills come, you have it ready for then, and now it's not hurting you as much. So again, that second point was slaying the dragon, understanding and managing your debt. Again, I got credit card debt, thousands of dollars in credit card debt, car note that I'm paying, and still these situations aren't hindering me, even though it seemed like it can be a lot. You just have to manage and think clear through everything. Um, Again, I said this at the beginning of the video, but we are not unable. We are not unable to obtain the lifestyle that we want. So uh, just to reiterate, this title was Slay the Dragon, or point two was Slay the Dragon. Know what y'all facing, know what y'all looking at, know what y'all up against or trying to do, and take the small steps. Take the small steps to actually acquire the things that you want. Not gonna speak too much on that because like this ain't simple. The notes that I'm giving are not simple, but it's straightforward. Like you know what you need to do. I heard this quote one time being younger and lived by it since, but 99% of the time people know what they need to do and just don't do it. So again, know your money, know where your money's going, know how you need to manage it, and if you can, if it helps you, split it up into 2 weeks. Know your debts, what you have to get paid, split it up, and move appropriate so that you're not coming out of pocket or hurting yourself, making your situation more hurtful. But that's it, because again, that's more simple, and it's just cutting it down. Now you once you cut all those bills down too, you have the room that you want to do certain things. So that's slaying the dragon. Point two. Point three is says, or point three says, your financial shock absorber, building an emergency fund. This is big. This is big to me, because this is something that I tell everyone, or been repeating a lot lately. But everyone should have. I feel like, boom, this money that you see right here look like a lot of money. Looks like a lot of money. Ain't no money. This is not no. This is no money, motherfuckers. I see motherfuckers at the job that I work. I see motherfuckers play 5 times this, 6 to 10 times this in a day. Come and play this daily. But that's because people know their budgets and their situation. So saying that to say also, this is no money. This is just a minimum that I feel like everyone should have at least in your a savings account. It says create an emergency fund. That again comes a part of budgeting. To step one, that's knowing, okay, I'm making this much every 2 weeks. I need to put away this much to save. If I want to change my situation, I have to do these things. If not, again, up to you. Completely up to you. Keep on living the barely making it check to check lifestyle that you're living. Again, we are all capable and able to create a different situation for ourselves. It's just, how bad do you want to do it? So I don't care if you're saving $50. I don't care if you're saving I don't care if you're saving $50. I don't care if you're saving $100. A motherfucker said, they, like I said, just told me they want to save $1,000 every 2 weeks. Okay, whatever you got to do to create that margin. So where you're able to do that, do it, and put money away for yourself. That way, a rainy day, it says emergency funds. You never know what situations come up. And now when they do, you're not hurt, you're not stressed, and you're not feeling like, oh shit, where this gonna come from? Where that's gonna come from? Like, this finna completely set me back. And that's another thing. I ain't trying to skip ahead, but because I'm pretty sure to talk about credit. But that's another way that I utilize my credit. Like, I keep my um physical cash, but any emergencies or up and random things that I need to do or handle that I don't want to just come out of pocket right then, I use my credit card for. And from there, now it's like, okay, I can pay this back on my own time, and even I'll get more into depth with that. I'm not just using that for anything, neither, not just misusing credit. But um that's also, again, that's understanding and understanding your budget and building an emergency fund. That way, when situations come up, you're not just like I said, stuck and lost in certain situations. um I feel like someone said, my aunt always told me to try to save at least a 3 month, be prepared for a 3 month. She said save a 3 month. I don't know how she worded it, but she said your savings, you should have at least 3 months of bills in your savings minimum. And that's something that I just always went for. So even though, like I said, you can have $2,000 saved, however much your bills are in 3 months, uh, from there, put that aside and then create your own personal savings as well. That's just for emergencies and situations that come up. However long it take you to get there, but just start it though. Put away emergency funds. That's financial tip number 3. Financial tip number 4 for Finance Friday is money making money. I like this point right now because this is something that I'm actually going through, learning, working on um, myself right now. Like, I've been saving for years now, but money just sitting there, money working for you, money working itself is way better than money just sitting there. If it's in an interest savings account, if it's in stocks, if you're just saving money, and I ain't gonna say into a business, because certain things besides those two things are still a gamble, even stocks still. But high yields, interest savings, what else do they call them? Index funds, anything like that. Try to find where you can put your money in. That way you can grow some kind of interest instead of just sitting in your house, sitting in a safe, just sitting there not making any money. Figure out how your money can work for you. That being the first suggestions, like I said, savings account that can have a return on the money that you invest. But the second point that I would say is once you get to a comfortable position, then from there, figure out, okay, what can you invest in? What businesses, what things can you invest in that can give you return on your investment, ROI? What things can you do now that can, if you just had $2,000-3,000 sitting up for the 3, 5, 6 months, then it's like, okay, now at this point, dang, if I put that money somewhere, that money could have probably brought me back a little something now, instead of it just still being right there. It probably could have, brought back 10%. I know some people allow you to invest in their business, and that's the rate that I've came across thus far. Or, like I said, even savings accounts where it's a little something. It's just still taking those steps to where you're allowing your money to work for you. Again, that's financial tip number 4. My 2 points on that was either invest into a business, something that you like, feel confident in, that can bring you a return of investment, or put your money into a high yield savings account. I don't have any exact tips or suggestions for that because I personally just went through a bank that I was already using and opened interest savings account. I'm not sure exactly what else that's called, but that's what I call it. An account where a savings interest savings account, an account where you can deposit money and it gives you like 2.5, 3%, all the way up to 4% with some banks. But go put your money somewhere where it can, like I said, give you a return of investment. And that's after you created a substantial amount to sit on for emergency funds. That's step 4, money making money. Step 5 says the devil's in the details, auditing your subscriptions and bills. This is another thing that I'm on right now. Cutting costs. That's something that I think people don't take serious enough. Again, just talked with someone yesterday about their situation. I was supposed to go live and actually record that conversation, but I just didn't. It was more personal. But cutting costs. Everyone, again, we are able. Everyone knows what we want to do. Everyone knows what we want to do with our money. Everyone knows how much money they're able to make and want to spend. But if you feel like even if you're budgeting your money and you feel like, oh, I got this room, and now you still maxing your spending habits out every 2 weeks, you're not going to feel like you have room or you're making as much money. But that's because you're dishing out 20, 50, $100 daily and not even recognizing. So that's the thing with me. Like, boom, one example that I have practiced and became habit of to cut costs to me, I seen was eating out. I wasn't cooking. I was losing weight, I remember. And every time that I was hungry, I was like, okay, I'm gonna just grab something real quick, grab something, da da da. I seen it probably was like a month or month, 2 months. I seen, okay, yeah, that's where all my money going. If I really want to sit down and keep money from this 2 weeks to the next 2 weeks or whatever the case, I gotta cut it out and just quit dishing out money so often daily. Like that will burn your finances out. And so, boom, I started stocking on groceries, things that I keep at home. Now, whenever I'm telling myself, damn, my favorite food, chicken, got Popeyes right around the corner. Now, whenever I'm telling myself, damn, I want some chicken, I just need to go spend $10 real quick. It's gonna hold me over. It's gonna give me that satisfaction that I want. Got chicken in the refrigerator. Why I can't just cook it? I got stocked up on sides, stocked up on water, all of those kind of things. So now all I have to do is just go make the chicken, and boom, whenever I come across those times and thoughts like that, I just put that money away. It's like, damn, if that was money that I would have spent easily, why not put it away anyway? I got food here. Like that sound, I don't know. Some people don't want to do that. They, again, want to live I believe the word is a fruitful life, like, above their means. Like they want to live this certain lifestyle. That's perfectly fine, again. But for me, no, I'm trying to cut costs in all aspects. And so just like step 3 said, but this also, point 5, says mentions your subscriptions as well. Knowing, okay, this is what my money is going to the most. Like, and then wherever you can cut costs. Um, Again, these tips are super simple, but these are for the 1%. Like I said at the beginning of my videos, all my videos, the 1%ers, the 1% of people who actually want to change their life, get ahead and live a completely different lifestyle than the ordinary that the world tries to project as cool. Like, no, miss out on temporary fun to make for longevity funds. Like, come on, that shit, the shit I be speaking on, or that I feel like everyone should be doing, it don't make sense to some people. But again, that's not, this lifestyle and the things that I discuss and talk about isn't for everyone. These are only for the people, these conversations are only for the people who want to get ahead in life. So cut costs wherever you can. Again, that comes with writing your budget down, knowing what your money is going to, and chopping it down from there. That's step 5. Tip 5 on Financial Friday. We got 2 more. Point 6 is planning for tomorrow. A lot of people tell me, you don't need a plan for everything. A lot of people tell me, just live in the moment. Just, I don't want to sit here and have to think out every single thing in my life. Don't. You don't want to move structure, then don't. Again, I mean, it's just, this shit just not for you. But for the people that this message does get across to, um, make a plan. Make a plan for the week. If it's meal prepping, if it's knowing what you're going to do this week. Right now, I work 5 days a week, so therefore, the way that I insinuate that thought with budgeting is, okay, if I'm working 5 days a week, I get to eat at work. That's me resting those. I sleep probably 4 to 6 hours. Get up, do something productive, go to work. On my off days, if I'm able, I, like I said, have my extra funds to do whatever it is that I want to do. If I'm not able earlier that week and I'm seeing that, I'm sitting down on those off days. Would I need to go out and spend money that I don't have for and put myself in a hole? That's planning. That's simple. That ain't me saying, oh, at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, I'm going to do this and that. No, it's just simply knowing, okay, I'm able to do this, not able to do that. So I just need to make things work here, give myself wiggle room here. And that's what I'm taking from point 5 or sorry, point 6 of planning for tomorrow. That would be how I would translate that for you guys. Knowing what it is that you want to do, knowing what it is you need to do, making sure you're not overexerting yourself, and that you're able to cover the minimum things that you have planned. And oh, here you go, IRA accounts. That's what they're also called, the savings account I was mentioning earlier. That's another one. And last, definitely not least, step 7.7, your most valuable asset. This is the biggest one too. Last and definitely not least, your most valuable asset is investing into yourself. So this kind of goes back to the other point where we said you need to, if you have a savings, put your money into some kind of savings account to where it can give you a return. And or if not, then, or like I said, if you're past that point, then look into businesses, look into something that you can start for yourself, or even businesses that you can go and invest in. I'm sure there's people out here around you doing something to where you can tag along and support them, their business, to reach or help your situation. I say is that's, the title was investing in yourself, but that's still an investment from your funds, something to give yourself return of investment. But because not everybody wants to be a business owner, not everybody wants to the pressure of thinking about every single step they got to do and cover and track and put money out into doing this and that. So that would be my first suggestion, would be to find someone or a business that you can go and invest in and see your money start working for itself like that. But or if you have your own business plan that you want to do, put money aside. If you already don't have the money, but put money aside bi-weekly or every time you get paid just for that. Make sure, I don't care what you're doing. Like I said, even if you are somebody who just want to live and then die and carry nothing on, but make sure you are investing in yourself. That's, if it's investing time, if it isn't actually investing money, putting something away, like I said, bi-weekly, or making sure that out of your work schedule, then you're at least spending X amount of time focusing and feeding into yourself. Invest in yourself is tip 7. This here to elaborate a little more says learn a new skill online. Go learn a trade. 3 to 6 month course, 6 to 9 month course. Go, do something and that can better your situation that your future self would thank you for. Again, to where now your savings just isn't sitting, or to now to where you look back 3 months from now and you see, okay, boom, I did this. Or first I say you look back 3 6 months from now and you ain't like, damn, I'm in the same situation. Like, what the fuck could I been doing different? No, like, know what you want to do. Find things that you're interested in as far as investments. Find things that you may see yourself putting money towards or into often, and go and invest in that. Even if it's on stocks, again, um, stocks is not a short-term gain, something that I've seen personally, something more long-term. So go do research into stocks and see where you can put money. Like I said, that way, whenever the year comes, 6 months comes to a year, you can look back and say, okay, I did take this step. I did try this. And either if it works, as far as an investment like that, either it works or not, you see, okay, I made progress, or okay, boom, on to the next thing. I got to try something different now. But that just comes with being more detailed and however strict and clear you want your plan to be. But investing into yourself is tip 7. Um, they also have something on here. It says asking for a raise, either starting a small side hustle. Again, that's something working for yourself, or asking for a raise in your job. If you feel like you've been there long enough, there's nothing wrong with that. You knowing that you're doing the work. Um, asked before I left my last job and got a new opportunity that I did as a supervisor, full-time supervisor. They tried to offer me before leaving. It was like a week before I left. They tried to offer me like a $2 raise, a $3 raise, or something like that. And I'm like, but I already was leaving there to go make $6 extra. And it was like, no, like, come on, you not even, why you ain't say the $6 extra? And it was like, no, like, come on, you not even, why you ain't say this before I was thinking about leaving? You wasn't trying to help my situation before leaving. But that come from me not speaking up, I would say, even though I was going to leave the job anyway. But yes, find those steps, find those ways that you can excel on your own. And again, that's courses, asking for a raise, side hustles, or doing your research in businesses in your area, or even just trending things. Search what's trending around you and just take a dive. Take a dive in it and see how you can get started into something, and that the get started into something that can feed back into you. That was tip 7. Um, 7 money moves that can help change your life, like 7 money tips that can change your life. It's again, this video is for the 1%. So for the 1%ers out there of people who want to make sure that they're at least getting 1% better each day, um, these were 7 tips for Finance Friday. Like I said, they were very simple. I didn't go in much detail, just going off of an AI suggested tips, but wanted to come and translate those things for you guys. And like I said, my personal perspective on what I've done this far using those tips. But hope everyone found something valuable in this video. Again, appreciate everybody tapping in. Greedy Clan, 1%ers, Greedy Clan. Another day, another $1 million plan that we cooking up all the time. We always working. Y'all know the vibes. But that's it for Finance Friday, man. I hope y'all had a good week. Have a great weekend. Go live it up and do exactly what you want to do. Go live the lifestyle, the exact lifestyle you want to live, whatever energy or whatever environment or space you see yourself in. I hope y'all out there working towards it and not just letting this beautiful world, this beautiful life that we only get once pass you by, because it's so much out there. And I just hate seeing people. I just hate seeing people keep themselves in the rat race whenever they can be doing so much more. But again, this ain't for the 99%. This for the 1%ers. And so if you found this video helpful or found some kind of substance for this video, do me a favor, leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe, follow, and let me know some experiences and tips that you guys have. Like I said, these are some pretty simple, straightforward tips, things that we can all do on our own. But again, me being transparent, I didn't come from I what they call it. What do they call it? I can't even think of it right now. I'm trying to think of the word, but trust fund. I wasn't a trust fund baby. I'm not a trust fund baby. I didn't get anything handed to me. I'm grateful for the situation that I'm in. My mom is a very ambitious person. Is a very ambitious person. Always have been a hard worker, entrepreneurial minded person, and I appreciate all the things that she has instilled in me to give me a different way of thinking outside of the norm. Because again, it's so much life out here to experience, and so many people are just what I like to call them vegetables. So many people are vegetables. So many people are zombies in this world, and just walking around this world with no care in the world on changing or bettering their situations. And I just hope that if y'all tapping into this channel, that's not y'all trying to build a community here. People just on the same mission, able to inspire one another. Because again, it's a whole world out there to see. Not saying die trying to, do it all, but shit, go out with a bang. Don't settle. Don't settle. Don't be surface level. Don't be somebody shallow. Again, just letting every single day pass you by and feeling like your situation can't change or you're stuck, because that's just people who are incapable and who in, who who handicaps their mind is what I call it. Like people who want to handicap themselves and tell themselves they can't, they can't. But if y'all watching this video, then that's not y'all, even going based off of the title. So again, I appreciate everybody tapping in. Appreciate y'all 1%ers. Appreciate y'all Gritty Clan. Another day, another $1 million plan. Hope y'all get into it. And yeah, we finna go make some money moves myself. Go pick up some money. Go make some money. So hey, see y'all on the next video, man. We'll be back this Finance Friday. Hope y'all found some gems and go apply it to your own situation. Peace. Be better. Be greedy. Yeah, go do more. Go get that lifestyle. Go create that lifestyle that y'all want for yourselves. Appreciate y'all, boys and girls.